Hey y'all, and welcome to day 14 of 31 days of Halloween. Today we will be becoming a jack-o'-lantern of sorts. So without further ado, let's get into this look. First off, starting by moisturizing my face with a little facial mist. Now I'm going right in with my black eyeliner and just mapping out where I want everything on my face. Mostly my mouth, my eye, and that little patch of skin that's going to be open up on the side. Now I'm taking my Elmer's glue stick and I'm going to put it all over the eyebrow that's going to be on the pumpkin side of my face. Then I'm going to set it with some white translucent setting powder. As always, I'm going to do 3 coats just to make sure that eyebrow doesn't show through our look today. Just make sure you're checking between each coat to make sure that the last coat is dry before you add on another. Once I'm satisfied with the coverage, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next eyebrow, which I'll be using a black eyeliner pencil just to fill in that brow. Then I'm going to brush it out with my spoolie just to make sure all the hairs are laying evenly. I'm also going to take that black eyeliner and put it in my waterline on this side before I go in with my concealer. I'm going to conceal around my eyebrow and then basically that entire patch of face that will be open on this side, under my eye, on my forehead, just the whole patch. Once I've applied the concealer everywhere I want it, I'm going in with a brush and I'm going to blend that out before setting it with my banana setting powder. And because I went a little heavy-handed with the concealer, I'm also going to just pile on this setting powder just to make sure the whole thing sets nicely. Then I'm going to go in with some blush and apply that right to the apple of my cheek that you can see peeking out on the side that we just concealed. Once I'm satisfied with the foundation of this makeup, I'm going to start working on my eyeshadow, and I'm using this brown from my Lexx Luxury palette and putting that right into my crease, only on the side that we concealed. I'm also going to blend in a little touch of black eyeshadow right in the outer corner of my eye and blend it in with that brown that we just applied. For a highlight, I'm going in with my Revolution palette and I'm using this gold color at the top. And I'm just going to apply that right up under my brow, creating a highlight. And I'm going to blend that down with the brown that we applied as well. Next, I'm going in with my white face paint and I'm going to apply that all over the other side of my face, just leaving open the spaces that we marked off where we're going to add black. It's okay if this layer isn't perfect because it's going to be more of like a primer for our eyeshadow. So you just want to kind of get it as much coverage as you can before going in and setting it with some white translucent setting powder. So now I'm just setting everything that we just laid out. I am going to go back in and fix my nose a little bit because I wanted to add a little bit more white paint, and I'm going to set that as well before moving on to the next step. Now I'm going back in with my black eyeliner and I'm just marking off where I want the indentations of my pumpkin on this side of my face. As I stated before, we'll be using eyeshadow to color this look. So first I'm going in with my Lexx Luxury palette with this bright orange. And I'm going to apply that color right in the middle of all of those lines that we just created down our face. These are going to be the more highlighted areas of your pumpkin, whereas the actual lines that we made, those indentations, are going to be darker and more shadowy. You could also use face paint for this step if you prefer. However, I personally have a much easier time blending these eyeshadow pigments than the face paint. Next, I'll be using my Exotic Flavors palette, and I'm going to be using this deep orange color. And I'm going to be applying that right in between those lines that we just made with that bright orange. I'm also kind of blending those two colors out in between as I go. Now, I know it looks a little crazy right now, but this is one of those things where you really just have to trust the process. This step also takes a little bit of time, so just take your time and be patient with yourself so that you can make sure that you don't mess anything up in the process of trying to rush and get it done quicker. In addition to the lines going down my face, I'm also taking this deeper orange and just kind of outlining the area where our skin is going to show as well. Also, remember, one of the greatest things about doing Halloween makeup is nothing has to be perfect. As long as you have everything in place to imply what you want to imply, nothing has to be perfect. So just don't panic. Don't make a big deal about your placement and things. Just follow the process, and I'm sure you'll create something beautiful or horrendous if that's what you're going for. Now I'm going back into my exotic flavors palette because I saw this shimmery light orange and I thought it was so pretty. So I'm going back in and applying that color on top of that bright orange that we applied first. This is going to do two things for our look. One, make that orange not so neon bright, and two, is going to add some shimmer to the highlighted parts of our pumpkin, which I think is just chef's kiss. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going back in with that darker orange, and I am kind of correcting my blend a little bit, just adding a little bit more and blending it out with that shimmery orange that we just added. I've also decided to add it to the perimeter of my chin just to give it some depth up under our pumpkin. Next, I'm going in with this brown color from our exotic flavors palette and a thinner brush, and I'm applying that right down the center of those darker orange stripes, I guess, essentially, that we just created on our face. Essentially, what we're doing is we're getting darker and darker towards the middle of those indentations so that it increases the depth and it doesn't just look like black lines going down our face. Next, I'm going to go in with my black face paint, and first I'm going to fill in those larger areas like my eye and my mouth. I'm just going to get those filled in completely before I go back around with my detailing brush and add those little thin details. The key here is not creating any straight lines. You want them all to be kind of jagged and wiggly, so that it doesn't look like a clean cut on our pumpkin. We don't want it to look like a clean cut. Once I have those areas filled in, I'm going to go back in and start focusing on the outer parts of those shapes, making sure that, again, there are no straight cuts. They're all kind of wiggly, jagged lines. It should look a little something like this once you finish with that step. Now, we are still going to go in and put some little fine lines, but first we're going to use our detailing brush to go down that line that we created where our face is, where our face is out. And we're going to go down and just create some little lines coming from the pumpkin area into our face, like our skin is cracking, to reveal the pumpkin face underneath. Now, once I've applied that all the way down, I'm going to take another brush and I'm going to blend that black out towards the pumpkin so that it creates some depth and shadows up under that skin area. And for this, you're just blending it out just a little bit because we are going to go back in with some eyeshadows to create more of a blend. I'm going back in with that brown and that darker orange, starting with the brown, and I'm going to apply it right on the edge where that black is, kind of covering the black a little bit. And then I'm also adding some orange. I'm also taking that darker orange and going around the perimeter of my forehead and my cheeks, just all around my face. Next, I'll be taking my small detailing brush again and just adding those same cracks around my eye area as well as my mouth area. This just looks like the pumpkin is breaking open and wasn't cut evenly to create the jack-o'-lantern face. It just kind of like broke open like that. Now, one thing I always forget to do is set the black after I finish drawing on all my little details. You can set the black with some white translucent setting powder, or if you have it, some black eyeshadow works as well. But if you do use the black eyeshadow, you just have to be extra careful not to get it on the orange parts of our face or any other part of your face besides those black areas. Next, I'm going in and filling in my nose. Again, we're not doing any clean cut, so we're going to make that jagged as well. And lastly, we're going to take that thin detailing brush and go right down the center of all of those lines we created down our face. Now, this step can be optional because personally, I like the way it looked before we put the black in, but I like it either way, so you can choose which one you want to do. Next, I'm going to complete my eyeshadow look on the other side. I'm going in with some white face paint and using it as primer for my lid, and then I'm going back in with that light shimmery orange color and just applying it right onto my lid with my finger. Next, going in with a little bit of that darker orange color just to blend between that brown and that orange that we just applied to our lid, and I'm also placing some under my waterline as well. Next, I'm going in with some black liquid liner, and I'm just going to create a wing over that eye. My wing eyeliner is getting so much better, by the way, so practice makes perfect. And then last, we're going to go in with some mascara and put that on both our bottom lashes as well as our top lashes. I'm also going to add a falsie just to complete this eye look all together. Now we are completely done with our makeup. This is what our face should look like. Now we're going to work on this hair. As usual, I'm just going to throw it back in a ponytail, slap on a wig cap, and then throw the wig on top. I did also try this look out with a brown wig as well, which you'll see in a few minutes. But first, we have to add on our earrings. I almost forgot my favorite part. Today, I'm using these jack-o'-lantern earrings that are listed in my shop for sale in my spooky season collection. So make sure you head to the She Jeweled link down in the description to check out all the spooky earrings I have available for sale. And I also accept custom orders. So if there's anything that you like me to make you some earrings of and you don't see it listed in my shop, just head over to that custom link and place an order, and I'll be sure to make whatever you guys want. Now with our accessories in order, we are done with this look. Get into it. Let me know what you guys think. This is one of those looks that kind of had to grow on me. I wasn't obsessed with it at first, but in hindsight, I do like it a lot. Now, I thought that this orange wig was a little bit too much. I felt like it contrasted with the orange in our face a little bit too much. So that's why I tried on the brown wig. But in hindsight, I think I do prefer the orange wig. But I will throw in a video of the brown wig as well and let you guys be the judge. So let me know which one you think is best. Here's the brown wig. I don't know. It gave it more of a normal kind of look, but again, in hindsight, I do prefer the orange wig, but honestly, both of them are kind of cute, so I'll just let you guys be the judge. I also had a pumpkin headpiece that I totally forgot to put on while filming this video, so if you go head over to my Instagram, you'll be able to see those pictures. But anyways, that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you will subscribe so you can join us for the rest of 31 days of Halloween, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 15 of 31 days of Halloween. Bye. It's connected to you.